Hello everyone. Alright, here's an update. I haven't posted a video in a while. It's just been too freaking hot and been traveling for work and just all kinds of other stuff going on. But anyways, I've got the camper flipped over, so this is the bottom, and I've got some glass right here that I'm going to go ahead and resonate this in. I've got the bottom done. That's the bottom, so I'll need to sand it. And I have my primer, and I finally found some paint that I think is going to work pretty well. I've decided to go ahead and do it silver, and here is my primer. So it's an epoxy primer, so the paint will stick to the epoxy, and I've got to do a little bit more sanding. This is just a test, so I want to go ahead and test out this area, make sure that's going to work the way I want it to. And my paint is this, it's called Diamond Bright, and it's aluminum. And I did do a tiny little strip, and man, it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and get the top. I will try a little spot here. I just put the primer down on there because I want to sand it and see what kind of little tiny bubbles or little tiny voids that I'm going to have to deal with. There's a few places that have a few voids, so I'll have to deal with those. But I will sand a little spot, a good spot here, and go ahead and paint it with the silver, and we'll see what it looks like. But the little test I did worked out, looked pretty good. So I'm gonna sand this, and once I get this sanded, I'm gonna go ahead and prime this, and then go ahead and put a coat of paint on it, so that way I can flip the camper over. And I'll probably go ahead and prime it down to probably around here, the whole bottom, so that way I don't have to get underneath. I want to make it easy, so I don't have to do too much bending to paint the bottom. So I want to get all this primed, sanded and primed and painted, and so I only have to flip it once. And then I have to put in these corners on the top, I'm putting a piece of aluminum that will get attached to the inside ceiling on the bottom, and that's where my jack stands will be. So I have to cut a hole out up on the top up here before I flip it over, and go ahead and insert those pieces of aluminum square tubing in that up top. So, but yeah, it's coming along. I take the extra resin, I smear in some of these little divots and stuff, so all this will have to be sanded. So it's looking pretty good. Don't have to do a whole lot of bodywork, filler and stuff in it. I did buy some fairing compound. I don't think I'll have to use very much of it, but I'm going to go ahead and tackle this evening, get this all wetted out. And then as soon as that's wetted out, I'm going to go ahead and start sanding that top. So it's probably going to be a late night tonight, 'cause I've got to get this thing done. So the show that I do want to take it to is Bug Jam down in Dade City, Florida, and that's November 9th. So I've got a lot of work to do between now and then. So it's going to be some late hours, some long weekends. So, all right, guys, that's it. Thanks for following up. And I went to a local bug show today. Saw a good friend, classmate. What's up, Jimmy? I know you'll see this, so good seeing you. But all right, everybody, thanks for watching, and thanks for keeping up. Later.